I hope you guys had a great weekend. We had a good weekend. Just nice having everybody home and spending some time with the ones that are in college. And anyway, just had a real good weekend. So got a lot of stuff done. And I think this week, just to kind of let you know my plan. Today I need to clean my bathrooms, and since I've been on the new thing with the dishes and the laundry and the trash, things are going much better. I can get more done. So those bathrooms need a desperate cleaning, and so anyway, we're going to get the bathrooms done today, which will just be terrific. And then I think Thursday, I am going to kind of lay out my plan for Vlogmas. I'm very excited, my first one, but just kind of let you know what my plan is with that, and need to get some things on the calendar on Thursday as well, as far as things I've got going on in December and different things that I thought I would just remind you guys of too, in case you haven't, gotten that far in your planning. So anyway, but I did want to share, I had told one of the viewers I would share a funny story. In my last video, well, not the first one, but the one before that, I was talking about just how like nervous I get if somebody pops by unexpected and the house is not clean and that kind of thing. And she was saying that she, kind of feels the same way. And so anyway, I just wanted to share a funny story with you, because I think it's all ladies on here. If there's any guys, I do apologize. But anyway, so back when we had just had our first child, so picture, brand new mom, you've got an infant. At the time, I was also working out of the house, but occasionally I had to go in for meetings and things. And so my husband was home. I think it was like on a Saturday or a Sunday that day. And so anyway, here we are, brand new parents, got the one child, and I had been, I breastfed, and so I had been pumping because I needed, whoops, I hit the camera, because I was gonna have to go to in for a meeting later that week. And so anyway, here I am sitting in the house. House is not clean by any means, because new mom, just trying to get things going and everything. And I'm sitting there in the rocking chair, and beside me is my breast pump. I had just finished using it, and if you are at all familiar with those, it can have a little bit of milk left in it, right after you finish and stuff. And so it was not clean, and it's just right out there in the open. And my husband comes to the door and he goes, because he was outside, he goes, "We have visitors." And I said, "Lizards? We have lizards?" I thought he said lizards. He goes, "Visitors." And he turns, and in comes a lady that my mom worked with, and her husband and son, unannounced. We lived 2 hours away from my parents. So this woman had come 2 hours. They happened to be in the area. They did not call. They just stopped by. And here I've got the breast pump sitting there, and oh my goodness, I was mortified. I mean, you picture, I was only in my 20s. Oh, I was so embarrassed. But so from then on, that is our standard joke between my husband and I will tell him we're having lizards this weekend, which means we're having visitors or whatever. And so that's what we call visitors now. We call them lizards, because I did not understand what he was saying until the people walked in behind him. But anyway, just thought y'all might enjoy that little humor this morning. But I lived to tell about it. It did not kill me. It just humiliated me deeply, but I got over it. So anyway, always good when you can go back and laugh about something, and it is what it is. So anyway, but I will tell you that when we first got married, and I'm getting sidetracked now, but when we first got married, before we had kids, we had a tiny little home that we were renting, and we absolutely loved it. And I kept it absolutely clean all the time, because we had no children, and all we did was work and come home, and that was it. And it was a small house, so it was super easy. And so anyway, one Sunday, we have always always loved a Sunday nap. And so we had a Sunday nap that day, and we had gone to church, came home, ate lunch, took a nap. Well, before we took a nap, I had a venison roast that I was going to fix for dinner that night, but it needed to thaw out. Well, in this house, which was old, it heated with, I think it was like oil heat. And so anyway, it had like this vent in the middle of the floor in the living room. And so I had taken the roast and put it in a bowl and just set it on the vent, because I thought while we were napping, the heat coming out would kind of help thaw it out. So we're asleep and we hear this knock on the door. It is our landlord. It is the only time in the entire year that we lived there that he came by. And we're asleep in the middle of the day on a Sunday or Sunday afternoon. We're asleep. We've got this piece of meat thawing in the floor. And I'm sure he thought, what in the world? Who are these people that I have rented to? But anyway, it just, that's the way life happens. Anytime you have everything just right, no one's going to show up. Nobody's going to stop by to see that your house is clean. And so they're going to come the minute it looks like a tornado has hit. That's when you're going to have guests. So anyway, well, a couple of things, business items, sort of, I guess you would call them. I want to say thank you to the viewer who let me know that you wanted to share my channel, but could not find it, like to pull it up. So apparently, with my channel, I actually ended up adding, so it was, making your house a home, and then I added with Tracy, and so now that's able to pull up. So I want to say, if you were trying to find it to share it and couldn't, I guess it was because maybe there's other things out there with a similar name, so adding my name on the end did help. So thank you to that viewer for letting me know that. And so anyway, Johnny's rocking my chair as he's trying to get by, stretching. Just wanted to say that. And then also, I'm super excited. 200 subscribers. When I woke up this morning, I was at 200 subscribers. I'm so thankful to you guys for subscribing, and I was just overjoyed. That was super exciting this morning when I woke up and saw that. So anyway, let's continue to just try to make our house into a home, and one that our family can just come home to from the outside world that sometimes can be cruel and harsh, and that they can just come home and feel like they're in a little cocoon, and that they're all wrapped up in love. And the house doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be filled with love. And so let's do what we can to make our families feel loved. And anyway, so I'm going to get in there today and do the bathrooms in hopes that will make my family feel loved. I have seen some of the bathrooms, and just let me say they need help. But don't judge me by what you see. I've been having a difficult time figuring out a system, but now that we've got the dishes coming along and the laundry, I think we can add in bathrooms now. So we're slowly trying to get back on track. And sometimes I think to myself, like I have to get it all done, or it has to be consistent. Like as far as I have to mop my floors every Thursday, and I have to vacuum every Friday, and that would be terrific. But I think sometimes the fact that I know that at this point in my life I can't do that consistently stops me in my tracks from even trying to do it once. And so while I may not be able to clean the bathrooms next Tuesday, the fact that if they get clean today, will be cleaner than they've been in a long time. So I guess what I'm trying to say or encourage you is that even if you may not get to that task again for a month, if you hadn't done it today, by the time you get to it in a month, it probably would have been 2 months since it had been done. So at least it's been done more frequently than it was at the beginning. So even if it's not consistent, just getting to it when you can get to it, just do it. And so you'll feel better. It'll be that motivation, that feel good feeling to get something done. So Anyway, we're gonna hop in here and get those bathrooms cleaned today. And so if your bathrooms are spick and span, you pick something different. If not, pick your bathrooms. If you don't feel like doing your whole bathroom, just wipe off your counter or go through a drawer or, you know, clean your commode, just whatever, just start somewhere. So anyway, let's hop in there and get that done. And we're going to feel much better at the end of the day knowing that we've accomplished something. Okay, just wanted to, before we begin the bathroom real quick, I will insert a clip here from the barbecue that I made this weekend, just showing you what it looked like when it came out, what I used for the rub, and then also the barbecue sauce. And it was delicious. We loved it. We ate the whole thing. So if you want a good barbecue, try that out. All right, guys, so it is 6:15 on Sunday morning, and I'm getting ready to take my pork roast out of the oven. But real quick, just wanted to tell you what I did to it before I put it in. So it was a Boston butt, and the reason I'm not on camera is because I look like I had a fight during the night. My hair is everywhere, so we'll just show you the ingredients and not me. But anyway, so I used 6 tablespoons of brown sugar, and this is for the dry rub that I put on it. And then I used 2 tablespoons. The recipe called for paprika, but I used smoked paprika. I used 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I used 1 tablespoon of onion powder. 1 tablespoon of ground mustard. I used 2 teaspoons of cumin. I used 2 tablespoons of the kosher salt. So not regular iodized salt. And then I used 2 teaspoons of black powder. I'm sorry, that would have exploded. 2 teaspoons of black pepper is what I used. So all I did was put all of this together in a bowl and then put it on the pork roast, like, you know, kind of pat it in, make sure all sides are covered. And then I put it in like a roasting pan with the fat side up and left it in the refrigerator overnight. So now let me grab, whoops, if I don't break them, I'll grab the pork roast out of the oven so you can see what it looks like when it comes out. All right, so here it is. I just took it out of the oven. So it cooks for 12 hours on 230 degrees. So like I said, I put mine in the refrigerator Friday night with the dry rub on it. And then Saturday night, last night, I put it in the oven at 6:15 when we were getting ready to sit down to eat dinner. And it cooked all night at 2:30. And so anyway, just took it out, and it looks really, really good. It's got a really nice crust on it, which when you shred it, which I'm going to let it cool a little bit, but when you shred it, it really just has almost a flavor like you've cooked it, you know, on the smoker or something. It's just really, really good. So anyway, all right, guys, so we're going to make the barbecue sauce now. We've got 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. We're going to add that to our pan. And then we're going to need 3 cups of ketchup. There's 2 cups. Okay, let me get a spatula. All right. Next, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of molasses. Since molasses is sticky, I'm going to I've got this cute little measuring cup thing, but it does like 4 tablespoons. I'm going to spray the inside, ooh, that was a little much, but anyway, of that with Pam. And then, if I can get it open, that way the molasses hopefully will flow out better. Let's see, 3 tablespoons of, there we go. Okay. That worked great. All right, now let's get 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water. All right, then we need 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. Let's see. How far off are we gonna be? There's 1/3. Oh, maybe we got it. Yep, okay, we'll just dump the rest of that in there. All right, 4 teaspoons of the W sauce. That's 1, but let's unscrew the top and make this, whoops, a little faster. 2, whoops, 3, and 4. All right, now we're gonna use 4 teaspoons of mustard powder, which I know I don't have 4 of those left. So that's 1, 2, so I only had 3. So you're supposed to add 4, but we'll have to go with what we have. And 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. Let me grab my other garlic. All right, so I don't have any more garlic powder other than this, so we're just gonna dump this in, and it just won't be quite enough, but that's okay. Some people don't like garlic anyway. And then 2 teaspoons of the kosher salt. And 2 teaspoons of black pepper. Okay, so we're going to let this simmer for 45 minutes after we get it mixed up. And then usually what I do after I'm done, especially today, because some, you know, didn't have quite as much garlic and that kind of thing, I'll just taste it and then add whatever I think it needs to it. So, but we'll get that all whisked up and just let it simmer. And that's all there is to it. So, all right, so we're gonna start in here in my bathroom, and we'll start with trash. So, if we can dump the trash. All right, so the trash can that I was using in here, it's like a barrel, but, and don't laugh, I use it as a trash can part of the year, and then sometimes I use it on the front porch to put like greenery in at Christmas. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out, and because I'd like to do that this year, and I'll just put a different trash can in here until after Christmas. All right, now let's start with, actually I know it's dark, I apologize, but I think actually I'll start with wiping down the lights. All right, much better. Get the mirror, and you know, any products that I'm using, while most YouTubers will be like, oh, I use these products, let me just say most of these products are not good. They are, I think I've told y'all, I'm trying to use stuff up that I've got that I don't necessarily like, but I don't want to throw away. So that's what I'm doing. If I use anything that's particularly good, I'll let you know. But most of what I'm using is just trying to get stuff out of the house. Don't see any need in spending money on more products that I may not like. Might as well use these up. Like this Windex, not that good. I do like that spray stuff from the Dollar Tree. That stuff was nice. This also came from the Dollar Tree, but it's not as good. All right. better. All right, now, I think actually, so I know this sounds silly. This wall, which just looks like a lot of white, and I know you can't probably see it on the camera. Well, actually you can. It like glistens. It's hairspray. So like when we stand here in the mirror, you know, and it's like spraying hairspray over on the wall. So I'm gonna get something and wipe that off. Wipe my light fixtures while I'm here. All right, now, I think next I'm just gonna try to put some of this stuff away. So we did haircuts, so I've still got that out. We cut all the boys' hair at home. It does save a lot of money. Okay, cleaning products, just put here until I'm done. It's 7 things of hairspray in here. None of them are full. They're all just partial, but just, you know, kind of the way we roll. All right, in my closet, I have a tendency to get sidetracked. So like when I open the door, I want to organize all of that, but that's not why I'm in here today. I am in here to clean. And if I start organizing, I won't clean. So we're gonna stay on track and just get cleaning done. All right. And I have this bag of makeup. I don't know why I keep it because this is the only one I use, but I keep it just like it's gonna save my life one day. But that's a project for another day, right? All right. And I also don't know why I keep it because I hardly wear any makeup. I mean, honestly, I can put all of my makeup on and be ready to go in under 30 seconds. Now, I will tell you, this is one of my favorite things. Not this particular one. I got this at TJ Maxx, but the Dr. Teal's, it's like a sugar scrub. This one smells really good, actually. I haven't used this one before, but it's for energy. We all know I need energy. It's orange, sage, and something I can't pronounce. Generally, my favorite one, I just finished. This one is my favorite one, and you can see it's empty. It is the Melatonin Sleep Scrub by Dr. Teal's, and it smells like lavender, and oh my goodness, it's like somebody has just put baby lotion all over me and I want to take a nap. But anyway, the other one, like I said, I got it at TJ Maxx, thought I'd try it, so we'll see how I like it. So I need to make a list because I do need toothpaste. So I take tags off of things and just stick them in the drawer. I don't know why I do that instead of putting it in the trash. I use a mason jar to keep my toothbrushes in, but I think I'm gonna take this one downstairs and get a clean one and just run this one through the dishwasher. I'm gonna unplug. I had gotten one of these because we were having a horrible time with gnats. But anyway, they're pretty cool. So you just buy little refill things, and it's like a blue light that kind of, but I'll be honest, my daughter saw something she sent me, I think it was on YouTube, and it's somebody had taken a piece of a banana, okay, so just follow me, and they had taken like a little mason jar and a piece of banana, put that in the bottom, and then took a piece of paper and made like a cone out of it and put that in it where it was open a little bit in the bottom, but not enough to where like they could figure out how to get out. And then you tape the sides and stuff. So I think I may try that because that would be a lot. These are expensive. And they did great, but I don't think they did any better than like the apple cider, what is it? Apple cider and Dawn, like in a jar. That works great too. So I got these thinking, actually my mom told me they worked really well, and they do, but they're expensive. So anyway, I think we'll try, I may try the banana just because I haven't tried that before and see, and but I'll try that downstairs, not up here. I'm gonna spray down the shower. Another one bites the dust. All right, so that's just kind of sitting, and then I'll scrub that in a little bit, and I will spare you all from the torture of watching me clean a shower. But we'll just put a little comment in here. I do like comment. That is one I'd like. Scrub out the sinks. So what do you guys use? What do you guys use when you're cleaning your bathrooms? Like, what products do you find work really well, especially for like soap scum? What do you use? And how often do you clean your bathrooms? But I guess there's many parts to that, isn't there? So you've got the shower, which is probably different from like the sink, and I have ladybugs everywhere. But I was just curious what you guys, you know, do in your homes, what you use and that kind of thing. So I told you that I do a Grinch bedroom. I also have a Grinch bathroom. So I will show you that. I've got to get my stuff out. That's one thing. If you put out like Christmas towels or sheets, or if you have Christmas clothes, like sweaters, sweatshirts, you know, whatever, I put mine up, but then I always like to wash everything because I keep it like in a storage tub before I use it. So that's one thing that I need to do probably Friday, is get all of that out and get it washed up so that it'll be ready to go, because we're going to be decorating. I'm so excited. Ready for all the fall stuff to be done, you know, and just move on with other things. Kids are super excited, except my twins. So I'll tell you, the local radio station has started playing Christmas music, and my twins refuse to listen to it yet. So they said, no, it is not after Thanksgiving. We have to wait until after Thanksgiving before we listen to Christmas music. So we have been abiding by their wishes in the car. Okay. We are getting this finished up. I think though, hold on just a second. I think I need to put one of those snakes in there. So I get these at the Dollar Tree, $1.25. I think it's each. I don't think it comes in a pack of 2, but I might be wrong. But anyway, they do great at like cleaning out your drain. So if you don't have one, grab one. They work wonderfully. My husband will be quite happy. His sink drains better now. So let's be kind to me and work on mine as well. Let's come on in a little further. So I'm gonna clean the shower here in a little bit, but I need to just kind of rinse out my tub. And then, so down here, see the little, it's missing a block of tile. So you'll have to excuse how that looks. However, we had to have this worked on, And so they took that out, and he was gonna put one back. I've got one that I can put back, but it seems silly to me because then what if you need to get in there to work on it again? So anyway, generally what I do is sit something in front of it, like a plant or something like that. It just doesn't have anything in front of it right now. But I'll probably end up putting like a snowman in front of it for Christmas or whatever. But I kind of like leaving it open in case we need to get to it. So anyway, and then I wanted a thing like my back, like to wash it. Look at this, I got it at the Dollar Tree. Isn't it adorable? So I need to hang that back in the shower after I clean it. But my daughter, the youngest one, she loves taking baths in here. In fact, she takes a whole lot more baths in here than I do, which is kind of depressing. But anyway, so she has her whole bowl of toys. But she does pick them up when she's done, so she's better than her mom. We'll go ahead. I love this. I got this on Etsy, I think it was. Like if you wanted to read while you're in the tub, it's got like a little place to like put your book and everything or whatever. And I like to put like towels on it and candles and make it look nice. But since she's been using the tub, I haven't done that recently. We'll have to, maybe after Christmas, we'll get back into doing that kind of thing. All right. Sprinkle a little comment and got the commode as well. I won't show y'all me, cleaning the toilet. I imagine that's just not very thrilling, so. All right, guys, so got the bathroom all finished up and boy, it feels better. So got everything nice and clean, cleaned the shower, cleaned the toilet, but didn't show you that. And I even went ahead and just brought in some florals, some fall florals that I had downstairs, and I was going to bring them upstairs anyway to put them away, and just kind of got everything just feeling a little bit better. Put in a thing of masks that I had under the sink. Weren't doing me any good because I've never remembered that I had them. So got those there to use, and towel, and anyway, just make it feel a little bit more homey. And you work hard all day. It's nice at the end of the day, whether it's going to be a hot shower or a soak in the tub, just to kind of let off some steam and relax before bed. So anyway, looking forward to getting in there tonight. But let's head outside and we'll finish up with Asked and Answered. All right, guys, thank you so much for staying until the end to see the Asked and Answered. So we've had several questions come in, so I'm just going to pick one today. And a viewer asked me if I have ever worked outside the home. And yes, I have. So when we first got married, I worked outside of the house, and I worked for a college, and I wasn't a professor or anything like that, but I did reporting. I was the director of institutional reporting. Big title, small pay. But anyway, and I did reports internally, as far as like admissions numbers, new students, returning students, withdrawn students, that kind of thing. And then also I did reports for the Department of Education. So, and I worked for them for 19 years. And when I first started working for them, I was in the office working. And then when we had our first child, I took one look at her and I said, I cannot leave you. And so anyway, I was very blessed in the fact that my boss was also the president of the college. And I had worked for him for, 3 or 4 years at that point, and he agreed to let me work part-time from home, and then that turned into full-time from home. And so anyway, it just worked out beautifully. And, I could have gone other places and made more money, but I wasn't having to pay childcare. I wasn't having to buy clothes to wear to work. I wasn't having to, pay for lunches as far as like going out to lunch and that kind of thing, or gas for my car. So It was good. It was really good, and it was definitely a blessing from the Lord, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Worked there for 19 years, but it finally got to the point to where it was interfering with being there for my kids. And so it had gotten to the point, because my job had kind of changed over time, to where when I picked my kids up from school, because like I told you, I think in an earlier video, I don't have, a bus doesn't come out here for them because they go to a private school. And so anyway, we have to take them to school and pick them up. And it had gotten to the point that when I would pick my kids up, I would be on a conference call. And some of them were little, so I had to go into the classroom or into the school and pick them up at the door of the classroom. And, you know, we would get in the car and I'd still be on a conference call, and they'd be like, you know, having to whisper and stuff. And it just got to be, it was too much. It just got to be too much. And so I didn't like that, the way that it was with them. And they would be like, Mom, can we talk? Are you on a call? And, you know, it just, so finally my husband and I discussed it, and we were growing our cattle operation at that time as well. And we decided that it would be more benefit for our family if I did the farming, which I absolutely love, and did not have the office job. And then I could be there more for the kids, because by that point, you know, with 6 kids, and we had 3 teenagers at that point, now we have 5 teenagers. Well, actually, one of them's not even a teenager anymore. She's beyond that. But anyway, I needed to be more on the road with them. They were into sports and different sports and needing to be taken places. And so it was just the best decision at the time for our family. You know, missed the income, but it's, you know, you learn to make do and to make things work and do the best you can. And so we just felt like at the time that was the right decision for our family. So anyway, but that was the answer to that question. I really appreciate you asking it. And so if you have any other questions, just post it below. And anyway, until next time, we'll talk soon.